Hey, good evening, everyone out there. It's Grant Headley, the body listener. So just got done with a long day of seeing patients in the clinic, and you know what I'm trying to get in the better habit of doing is when I come across somebody who has pretty typical issues, um, why not put a little routine out there for everyone out there to check out and see if it can help more people. So, um, do you have headaches? There could be a few causes going on. And you've seen your doctor, you've ruled out some major causes of migraines. If you're on some medications, if you've had your blood pressure checked, your hormones, you haven't been in any car accidents recently, or none that you remember, hopefully. You're in the PT office, or maybe you're just trying to get to that first stage to figure out what can I do to help my headaches. Take a look at your posture, number one. So whether you're overarched and your head is forward, so this is a pretty common posture that I see. You girls that like to stick your bums out or lift your rib cage and suck it in, you got to relax. Okay, so if you're up here, come on down. So see from this angle, if your rib cage is lifted and your butt is sticking back, relax everything and slouch. So this is another extreme, right? You don't want to be going around like this. This is kind of like our old man posture. Alright, and these are some tricks I got from Kelly Starrett. So if you want it from the horse's mouth, check out his book, Becoming a Supple Leopard by Kelly Starrett. It's awesome. And he teaches us this little trick. You take the top hand and the bottom hand, one thumb in your sternum, the other thumb in your pelvis, and if those two planes are intersecting or they're not parallel, lift your rib cage or untuck your pelvis and let those two shelves stack on top of one another. So likewise, if you're overextended, this rib shelf is going to be too extended. And then what to do with your neck, okay? What's very common in our sitting culture is to be, looking at the screen and to have the chin, the nose look up. And now look at where the nose is in relation to the bottom of the ear. So what we've got to do is tip the chin down so we're looking straight on. Do you see how that can affect the neck? Okay, I just even doing this for 10 seconds, I start to feel like a little headache coming on. All right, so if you feel tightness coming from the back of your neck to the eye socket, take a look at how you're using the back of your neck. So just to recap, got the shelf with the ribs and the pelvis, not like this, not like this, in the center, and then take your neck from in front of you, reach that chin back. More than anything, relax. Okay? So that's posture. Next, okay, what about your breathing? Because if you have just taken that to heart, if you've just taken a look at your posture and you came from a hyperextended position or a flex posture, chances are your diaphragm isn't functioning properly. Okay? And when it comes to the total tension, muscle tension in the entire body and hormone regulation, cortisol output, the whole stress of your body can be impacted by how you're breathing. Because if you are in a typical hyperextended posture, your diaphragm is not in a good length to work. And so what's the next option? Using your sternocleidomastoid and a lot of other cervical muscles that are used for respiration. So if your only option to breathe is hinging the ribs up, again, relax that down and help yourself get in touch with your diaphragm, okay? And it's not that we're sticking the belly out, we're allowing the diaphragm to this chamber, we're allowing this to fill up here. Now this can be a little bit difficult to access in standing, so the best way I know how to access this is in a quadruped hands and knees position. So the first step to this is let the belly drop. Okay? Let the weight drop into your hands and knees. Let your head relax. And then fill up that chamber of the belly like as you inhale, the belly gets closer to the ground. And as you exhale, that belly recoils up towards your spine. So see if you can get a good look at that. Filling up that chamber of the ribs. So get a good look at this. So you're filling up the bottom chamber and it recoils on the exhale. You're just letting that air flow in and out. Contrast that with, take a look at the neck muscles. So that's a little exaggerated, but if that's going on in the background, chances are you're adding stress to your body. All right, so we took a look at posture, we took a look at breathing. You got to get your core working too to support the proper position of the spine. So we're going to take a look at something for the neck and something for the typical core muscles, the abdominals. So come on down here, I'll show you something. So the first one is, if you're used to having your chin up too high, we need to get the front neck muscles engaged. So what you want to do is just gently tuck the chin. See if this cue works. This is what a couple therapists taught me along the way, is pretend like, actually no, I learned this from a yoga teacher, Rudy Mattia. He says, tuck a baby egg between your chin and your clavicle. That was a Rudy trick. That's right. So you don't want to smash it like this, okay? But if your typical posture is up here, you've got no strength here. So that's what we're doing. Just gently tucking. But don't smash the neck. Keep it long. Because then eventually, the next step is lifting the head. And if you're not able to do that without a lot of tightness in the back of your neck, you've got to stay here. Okay? So go slow and methodical. So here first, then lift. Okay, now core. So we got the neck getting stronger. Now we got to get the abdominal stronger. So if this is too much at this stage, this is a great exercise to do, as long as you're not yanking we're not yanking the neck up first. We're using here to lift the head and shoulders and then lower down. So if you catch that, don't head first and then come up. Do it all as one. So you keep your chin tucked, then lift up. Okay? If that's too much for you altogether, we just need to get the core turned on. So what we're going to do is march one knee at a time. And this is the last thing I'm going to overload you with. So replay this and go through this process of posture. What are you doing with your spine? What are you doing with your neck? What are you doing with your breathing? And do you have core strength? So right now, if you're, the cue I like to use is don't let any wrinkles be in your shirt when you're doing this. Okay? So if you're doing this and you're seeing a lot of this go on, you're only using your hip flexors, which don't need to be more tight. Okay? So no wrinkles in your shirt. You're using your core to keep your pelvis where it's at. And then you get to use, balance of different muscles to lift the leg. but it kind of feels like it's the core that's lifting the leg. Now, obviously, the abdominals are not connected, in a reductive way to the leg, but hey, at the end of the day, it's all connected. So you got to use your body the right way. So let's go over that one last time. This is it. So use your belly to diaphragmatically breathe. Inhale as you lift one leg. Inhale. Exhale, let it go down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, that's it for tonight. Find a good PT near you. Don't be afraid to use your body. There's a reason why you're having the symptoms that you're having. So be dedicated and find a guide to help you figure it out. And get in touch with me if you have any questions on this. I'd be happy to see if I can point you in the right direction. All right, see you soon. Listen to your body.